Afternoon. Good afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, Instagram. This is your Facebook pastor and friend, your YouTube motivator, and your Instagram inspirer, Eric Coach Mac McCright, Pastor McCright, coming to you live with an impromptu dive in check in. We haven't done all of the medias in a minute, so we're just gonna get on all of them to talk today. We hope and pray that you're having a positive and productive day as you prepare for the weekend. We're grateful to God for this another opportunity to share with you. So today we're going to be dealing with the might in the middle. Yeah, the might in the middle. As you know, we're celebrating. We've identified February as Black History Month, where we discuss, focus in on our contribution to this country, to our society, to the world, really. But we it was given to us. February is Black History Month, so I decided to get on here to share something that I think is rather powerful as we look at situations. I was on the live a couple of days ago sharing about the fact that Romans 8:28 say all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And so you need to understand that situations that have transpired in your life, that they were, you've heard me say this before, not to make you bitter, but to make you better. And so today, as we are looking at and becoming aware of our contribution as African Americans here in our country, wanted to look at something that transpired called the Middle Passage. The Middle Passage was a place that's where the slaves were taken from Africa to the West Indies and then brought over to the Americas. The Middle Passage, and as I began to look at the Middle Passage, I began to think about the strength, the tenacity, the ability to not give up was in the hearts and the minds of those who made that trip. Millions died from West Africa to the West Indies to America. Many died, but I want to talk about those that survived. I'm here today, and those of us of African American, of African descent, we are here today because those brave souls were able to deal with the Middle Passage. There was might in the middle. There was a decision that had to be made. And I love to operate off of principles. The principle here is that because we come from such strong people, there is no reason why we should be defeated by the vicissitudes of life, by what the enemy tries to bring our way, because we survived so much to get here. For me to be here, some slave had to make up their mind after they had been snatched from their homeland. They had to make up their mind that they were going to survive, that they were going to make it through some harsh treatment. I was reading how they did the slave. They had this thing called packing, where they brought them in two by two. And they stacked them on top of each other. Packing is what they called it. Tight packing, where they put the slaves at the bottom of the ship. And in many cases, many slaves died because of disease. They died because of various things. But the point I'm trying to make today is that you're here today because somebody made up their mind that they weren't going to die. And then once they got through the Middle Passage, to come and to survive slavery, to go through all of that, we come from great stock. So you need to look at the fact of where you come from. If we don't know where we come from, we really won't ever get the chance to know where we're going. But the point I want to make here is that what caused us to be able to make it here? What caused us to be able to survive those things? What caused our ancestors to say, no, I'm going to live and not die? What caused us to be able to arrive and to be strong? So in me, in you, there is a survivor. There is something on the inside that won't allow you to give up. There's something on the inside of you that won't allow you to throw in the towel, no matter how many times you feel like you want to. You feel like you want to give it up. So whenever you see this, I want to tell you that you come from great stock. And we're talking about African American history. We're talking about the Middle Passage, but I want to talk to you as it pertains to mankind. I want to talk to you as it pertains to the fact that all of us, whether we were slaves or not, have gone through a middle passage of sin. We've been packed in by the enemy to do whatever he wants us to do. But in the middle, there was some might. And I put down Luke chapter 23. Once again, I'm here today because somebody decided that they would not die. They decided that they would not give up. And you are here today because somebody in your lineage decided to hold on to God's unchanging hand. And so when we look at Luke chapter 23, this is Jesus on his way to the cross. Jesus is on his way to the cross. And I put down Luke 23:26, because there it says, and as they led him away, they laid hold upon Simon, a Sirenian, coming out of the country, and on him they laid the cross that he might bear it for Jesus. Simon, coming from Cyrene. So we know for certain that this was a dark-skinned man. And in many cases, since we're talking about African American History Month, it's imperative that we understand that we have carried the weight of the cross for many, many years. Yeah, we have carried the weight of the cross. Good afternoon, Sister Candy and Sister Sissy. Good afternoon. And so we have survived some horrific things for us to be here, and we celebrate. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't celebrate Black History Month. Well, you ain't got to celebrate it. It's just a time of awareness to say that we survived. We not only did we survive, but we thrived. And it's my belief, just my belief only, that if it had not been for the Lord that was on our side, if Jesus had not have dealt with the middle, then we wouldn't have been able to deal with the middle. This is my opinion only. If Jesus had not have dealt with the middle, because we find here in Luke chapter 23, once the cross has been, because Jesus has been beaten, Jesus has been thrown down, Jesus has been whooped, and he is tired, and they pass the cross to another Black man. They give it, and they put that and it's symbolic of many of the things that we faced as a race of people, as it pertains to life and as it pertains to all of the things that we go through. We've experienced some harsh things, but not just us. All immigrants have experienced all type of problems and situations. And so Simon the Cyrenian, he represents the oppressed. Yeah, he represents the oppressed. Whatever your color or creed, oppression doesn't have a race that it focuses on. Oppression and debauchery does not have a race of people that it focuses on. Oppression, which comes from the devil, it comes to whoever is trying their best to do what's right by God. And so here is Simon the Cyrenian, who carries the cross for Jesus. And then when they get to Golgotha, they place Jesus in the middle. What they call two malefactors, two thieves are on either side. Verse 32 of Luke chapter 23 says, and there were also two other malefactors led with him to be put to death. And when they were come to the place which is called Calvary, there they crucified him and the malefactors. Here it is, one on his right hand and one on his left. So Jesus is in the middle. And this is what I wanted to talk about today. The reason why we were able as a people, in my opinion and my opinion only, to survive the middle passage and get here today is because of what Jesus did in the middle over 2,000 years ago. The reason why we were able to live through the atrocities of life is because of what Jesus did in the middle. He was hung in the middle, because right there in the middle, he said to them in verse 34, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Jesus paid the ultimate price in the middle. And you must understand that because he paid the price, when oppression and slavery and attacks come from the enemy, whichever way they came, or whichever way they come, it makes no difference because Jesus took care of the middle. In the middle is where we feel like giving up. In the middle is when we want to turn around. In the middle is when we want to just say, that's it, I'm done. No. But Jesus paid the price in the middle. Right there in the middle, he said, Father, forgive them. They don't even know what they're doing. And in your life, when you're in the middle of your situation, when you're in the middle of your circumstance, in the middle of life coming against you, in the middle of all of that, you need to lift your hands up to God and say, God, but I know you've already paid it. The price was paid in the middle. And so when you understand that the price was paid in the middle, then you understand that you are going to make it. Regardless, because the might is in the middle. Jesus, when he hung, bled and died in the middle. And when he died, when he said it is finished, he did it in the middle. And so that's why we as African Americans were able to make it through the middle passage. That's why we were able to come up. That's why you, my brothers and sisters, whatever your oppressive situation may be, that's why you're able to survive. That's why you're able to keep going. That's why you're able to continue to go and grow. Why? Because he paid the price. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. When we didn't even know about him, when we didn't even consider him, he had already paid the price. The Lamb was slain before the foundation of the world, before man could murder each other, before man could betray each other, before man was able to come against or to attack one another, before mankind flipped out and went against God. He died for us. I'm talking about Jesus. And so on this fabulous Friday, I just wanted to say to you today that the might is in the middle, that you have made it and you're going to make it through because Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain, but he washed me whiter than snow. He purified me. Yeah, he caused me to go and grow. And you may not agree with what I'm saying, but I'm just putting it out there that the reason why I'm here today is because of what Christ did in the middle. And so my ancestors were able to make it through the middle passage. And they were able to make it through the middle of mess and prejudice and racism and classism and all kind of sexism and all type of stuff. They were able to make it through. And you, my brothers and sisters, you have been able to survive all the isms of life because Jesus paid the price in the middle. Right there in the middle. He said, Father, forgive them. Right there in the middle, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. You got to learn, my brothers and sisters, and I'm about to go. You got to learn how to forgive. And here's the thing. Your feelings may not be in forgiving, but speak it out of your mouth by faith. You got to learn how to forgive because forgiveness will release you into what God has for you. Right there in the middle, Jesus paid it all. You're going to make it. Like I said, we're celebrating that the fact that we came out of the middle passage. We survived all of that, and we're here today. So if the middle passage didn't kill us, if slavery didn't kill us, if oppression on every hand didn't kill us, don't you know that the things that we're dealing with now today won't be able to kill us also? And I'm not just talking about us as African American, even though I am talking to us. I'm saying to everybody that's in an oppressive situation, you need to understand that Jesus, he paid the price in the middle. And because he paid the price in the middle, you're going to make it. You're going to win. So I'm coming out on the other side. The middle is the hardest place to be because you're too far to turn around. Yet and still, you're not close enough to the finish line to get there. But sooner or later, you will get there. Why? Because Jesus already paid it all. So this is your Facebook pastor and friend, your YouTube motivator, and your Instagram inspirer saying there's might in the middle. If you find yourself in the middle of a situation, if you find yourself in the middle of misery and all type of situations, know that Christ delivered the might in the middle, that you're going to make it through, that you're going to come out on top. You're going to make it. I'm praying for you. Pray for me as I continue to be what God wants me to be. I'll pray for you and watch God change things. Watch God cause things to go and grow. We love you. We're praying for you. If this has been a blessing to you, if you want to sow into the ministry, you can hit me up on my Cash App. It's $ Eric McCright. We would greatly appreciate it. God bless you. We hope and pray that the things that we say on these lives are helping you to go forth and to grow into the things of God. We love you. We're praying for you. God bless you, Elder Burns. We love you. We're praying for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. For those of you that just jumping on, go back and listen to it. But we love you. Remember, there's might in the middle. You're going to make it because he's already taking care of the middle. God bless you. We love you. Bye-bye.